Our May Provider and Resource Fair. We have two presenters here with us today. We have Jose from Bright Harbor, going to go over some of the groups that they're currently running, along with Alexa from the Mental Health Association, who's going to go over some of their ongoing programs that they have available right now to residents of Ocean County. So we'll get started with Jose. Take it away. We'll leave questions till the end if anyone has any questions.
Thank you. I believe I'm just going to share my screen real fast. Can everyone see that all right?
Yep, looks good.
Sounds good. You can still see it fine. All right, so hello everyone. My name is Jose Madrigal. I'm a clinician with the Grief and Trauma Center, also known as Embrace. We're a part of Bright Harbor Healthcare, formerly known as Ocean Mental Health Services. I believe some of us already kind of know that. We're well familiar with that. But yeah, I just want to start off just going a little bit about what Embrace is and the Grief and Trauma Center. We offer outpatient grief and trauma therapy for individuals, families. We offer group therapy, which is what I'm mostly going to go over today. But we offer our services to individuals aged 5 and up. So any kids you want to send our way for any of the groups we run, you can send our way. We won't be able to see any kids for any individual therapy if they're seeing someone already through IIC or they're already receiving outpatient services. But we utilize evidence-based models like EMDR and CBT. All of our clinicians have received specialized training in grief and trauma therapies, and we continue to get more trainings as they come up. So we'll hopefully be able to serve a more wide breadth of clients in the area. But yeah, on to our groups. The first group I want to share about is our bilingual group that we run out of the Church of St. Anthony Claret in Lakewood. This is a group that we've had a pretty positive response from the parents who attend. Um, we also have this flyer in Spanish as well, so if any of you have parents who speak mostly Spanish, we'll have a separate version of this flyer shared as well. Um, but it's open to all parents, and we cover a variety of topics like mental health, stigma, talking with kids about about mental health, and we even do exercises with them to help them, with developing coping skills, which again, we've had a pretty positive response from the parents about that. So we hopefully we'll be able to get that started again since the last day for this group is actually today, since today's the 7th. But hopefully we'll be started with that sometime in the next coming months, and as soon as we get that information, we'll be sharing that with you guys. Um, Secondly, we have our LGBTQIA plus support group for teens aged 15 to 17. We run that one out of the Ocean County Youth Center. I'm not sure how familiar you guys are with that, but it's at 155 Sunset Ave. It's just a support group for LGBTQ teens and allies. The last meeting for this group will be on May 19th. But again, we're hoping to get that started again sometime in the summer, hopefully with some earlier hours. Maybe we'll get some more teams coming out for that. But again, a lot of the teams that we've had come, it's been a pretty positive response as well. And then we have our latest group that we have. It's actually a support group for adults. It's a grief support group called Warm Horizons. We're running that out of the Brew Grounds Cafe, the recovery cafe that we just opened earlier this week. That's another program through Bright Harbor, but we're all kind of working together to facilitate this group. But again, flyers for each of these groups should be sent, at a later point. And we have our main flyer as well in Spanish. So if that's easier for if you have any parents that may be interested in grief therapy, they you can definitely share that with them, and then again sharing about the parent support group as well, because again, we've had a pretty positive response from the parents. Um, but those are the groups we have right now, but we're hoping to get started with some art therapy groups. We have some grief art therapy groups for adults as well as for kids. We usually do the art therapy group for some of the younger kids, but hopefully we're in the summer we'll get started with some more groups for teenagers and um, you know even younger adults. So as soon as we get that information, we'll definitely be sending that your guys' way. Um, but if you guys want any updates and or if you even have any suggestions or ideas, you can send an email to embrace at Bright Harbor. Is there any way I can put that in the chat? I think if it's possible, I would just
I could throw that in the chat for you.
yeah. So it's just embrace at brightharbor.org. So if you guys have any ideas or even just want like updates, we'll add you to our email list, and then as soon as we get any new groups started, we'll send that your guys' way so that um, you guys can sort of know what's in the community and what kind of groups are there for any of the kids that you're working with. But I think that about covers everything we have for now. It was pretty brief, but we're just in the brainstorming phase right now with a lot of our groups. So, but does anyone have any questions right now, or anything like that?
The flyers will be coming afterwards? Because I already
Yes.
have people off the top of my head that I would share them with.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no,
Okay,
well, I
Yeah,
believe.
I have the flyers already, so don't even feel free to not even send them if there's any new ones. Definitely feel free to send them my way, but all of the flyers are actually I will send them out after this meeting
perfect. Thank you,
along with
Caitlin.
the recording, and they're also all on Ocean Resource Net, our
Oh, they
online
are.
resource
Okay.
directory.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you.
Um,
Yes.
I had a quick question. First off, I just want to say how amazing I think this program is. We're super passionate about groups at OPC and linking youth and adults to groups just to build up those natural supports. But if there is an individual, say, that is interested in the LGBTQ group, is it like a drop in? Can they come like, or do they have to do the full 6 weeks or
Um,
whatever it
it
was?
it is a drop in. They could come in if they would like to at whatever point. It's not like required that they attend all six. Or I believe we had 8 week meetings for that. So yeah, no, they could just drop in. We do prefer if they pre-register beforehand, and we do have a registration form, and we have a link as well, a Google form that they can fill out, which I can send that link to you so that you can share to everyone if they have any parents or kids who are interested in pre-registering for the groups.
Yes, the link would definitely be helpful.
Yes, I'll be able to send that. I'll just make a note of that for myself.
Perfect. Any other questions for Bright Harbor for in regards to their groups or the Embrace program?
And I can send the Spanish version of our Embrace flyer as well. So
Perfect.
if that's something, I believe that's something that we haven't shared out too much since we just made it, but
Yeah.
I can send that your way, and then that if there's any Spanish speaking parents who want grief therapy or grief or trauma therapy, they can they can read it and find out about what we're up to.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jose. And again, I just think this is a great program, and we're always looking for grief programs as well. I feel like they're really non-existent in the county. So keep up the amazing work.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it's definitely there's not too much in the county, but we're definitely putting our name out there. We want everyone to know our name.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably step out now,
Okay. Thanks so
but
much.
yeah, thank you for having me.
Much appreciated. We're going to move on to our second presenter, which is Alexa from the Mental Health Association of New Jersey and Ocean County. So yeah, so feel free to share your screen and take it away to discuss some of the programs you guys have right now.
Hi guys. All right, so on the bottom over there you see Angela. That is my supervisor. She's also joining us in for this. I'm going to share my little PowerPoint with you guys. Oh my God, it's so crazy to see some of you guys again. All right. Anyways, I'm going to just do that real quick. Hold on 1 second. Working on kind of sharing our window here. Here we go. That's what I want. All right.
You're good. We see it.
You see it? Okay. All right. So, okay, so again, so my name's Alexa, and I am a peer navigator with the Mental Health Association of New Jersey in our Ocean County branch. And this is Angela. Angela, she is the director of disabilities and benefits navigation. So she will be we will be taking turns throughout the slides. And we're gonna start. So okay, so a little bit about MHA&J. So that stands for the Mental Health Association of New Jersey. We are basically a nonprofit, and we basically help adults with achieving victory over mental illness and substance use disorders. We've been the association has been active for over 80 years now at this point. In Ocean County, we are actually the largest affiliate group. We serve residents of Ocean County from ages 18 and older. We have other affiliate locations for other counties, such as Atlantic, Hudson, and Union, but those are, again, they serve those residents in those counties. Our sister organization is Mental Health America. The difference between the Mental Health Association of New Jersey and Mental Health America is that we provide non-clinical peer support and services, case management, transportation, etc. Whereas Mental Health America is clinically based, but it is offered within other counties within the state. So just not to get that all confused. We do have 2 office locations. One of them is our main office in Toms River. So that's at 25 South Shore Drive. That's the phone number. And then our hours are Monday through Friday, 9 to 8. And then same thing with we have an office in Manahawkin, and that is the 691 Mill Creek Road. And that's the phone number for that one. Okay, so I'm gonna move to our next slide, which, here we go.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. So the Mental Health Association not only offers benefit navigation and disability services, we offer mental health services. We have groups that we run Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays. We have our new roads recovery on wheels. They just opened a wellness center down in our Manahawkin location. And we have Moms in Recovery, which is a great program for mothers who are in recovery and don't know how to manage life in recovery and raise a child. We have peers that walk side by side with them. We have our Hope Project, which is our housing resources that they have connections in the county to help house any individuals. We have our Pathways to Success program, which is an employment-based program that helps anyone in Ocean County that's been affected by opioids. And then we have our senior programs, which is our OARC program, and our SSP is where they individually work with seniors with hoarding. Seniors fall behind on all kinds of different things, and they don't want to come out because they're too proud. So we have individuals that walk side by side with them. We also offer a veterans program. So we have veterans that work with veterans in Ocean County to assist them with their needs. And then we also have online United by Wellness groups. There's over 60 groups that they offer throughout the week. I think there's like 10 to 12 groups a day, and you just sign up on the Survey Monkey, and anybody in actually anywhere can join. We've had people join from Peru to join our groups. So like Alexa was telling you, we are non-clinical, we are peer-based, we walk side by side with the individuals, and we help them with whatever they need and any barriers they need to overcome. So, Alexa?
All right, perfect. I'm gonna move to the next slide. Just as like also just like a little bit of just something else. We also do not require insurance. It is no charge, no judgment. We don't require insurance. This is all free, just so you guys all have that heads up. So we're moving towards roots. So that's resources, outreach, and opportunities for tomorrow. So basically the purpose of roots is like benefit navigation, application assistance, and it's basically to support like participants in identifying and understanding like the access of accessing public benefits for which they may be available. That would include maybe you needed assistance with healthcare, social security, food security, SNAP, disability assistance, other income driven support things. Maybe you need a birth certificate, maybe you need a driver's license, maybe you need a non-driver's ID and you're struggling to obtain those things. So we will literally walk side by side with you and we will help you obtain those items. You need help with finding like getting these items. Let's help you. Let's find a way that I can help you, apply for Medicare and not Medicare, Medicaid. So I can help you apply for that. Let's go and you need help with a driver's license. Let's try and figure out, maybe you need transportation or you need some sort of help. We will find a way to assist you because we can transport. But there are of course, stipulations, but yeah, we can transport. We do have our own vehicles to transport. So whatever the need is, we're there to help you and assist people and provide that peer driven support. Because public applications are very, very confusing. They're often something that everybody kind of dreads. And the whole idea is that eventually, even though you can always come back to us the year after and year after, but eventually the whole idea is self-sufficiency and that you'll be able to know how to fill out that application the next time around. Because we've given you that sense of empowerment and you are able to, eventually be able to do it on your own, just kind of similar to what you guys do in that same sense. And then I'm going to move to our next slide. All right, so then this is called, this is one of our groups we're running. This is Resources and Beyond. It's a peer focused workshop. It's on training individuals on how to navigate benefit applications and applying for benefits. So like I said, the whole process when it comes to, the Board of Social Services, anything with regards to just applications tends to be very daunting and overwhelming. So we're kind of running these groups right now to try and assist people with explaining how these items, how this all kind of works out. At our Toms River location, the benefits workshops will be held on the first Monday of every month from 2:30 to 4. And then at the Manahawkin location, the benefits workshop would be held on the fourth Thursday of every month from 1 to 2:30. I'm going to move this on over.
So our OR program is a program focused on seniors 60 and older and individuals with disabilities. So we, like I said before, we walk side by side with them. We try to do a plan of care with them. If they need doctor's appointments, if they need, linkages for other services in the county. Again, we're working with seniors. We're working with individuals who are disabled and trying to, if they need to apply for disability, we actually sit there and apply with them. We make sure they have all the documents that they need, doctors and all that. So it's a lengthy process, but we make sure that we are with them through the whole process and we're able to assist them with whatever they need. it's a grant that's been, if you've been impacted by COVID, that which everybody in the world, I think, has been impacted by COVID. So, yeah, so that's what that is. And then we also offer groups for this program in our Toms River location. It's on the first Wednesday of the month from 2:30 to 4, and the fourth Thursday of the month from 2:30 to 4 in our Manahawkin locations. This way we can make sure we're in both areas to assist whoever needs assistance with whatever they may need. In here, and it's a group setting, and we're able to work with them in a group setting, but then we're also able to work with them individually afterwards if they need it. So our RAP and WISE program is offered to our seniors. These are two programs that will help, which we've been going out to the community and linking up with senior centers and just offering a RAP program for them to help them just educate on structures of their wellness and how to build routines and identify wellness tools and just manage life better. Since COVID, most seniors are afraid to go out of their house, and we want to get them back into society and socializations. So this kind of helps with that. Also with the WISE program, it's also another senior educated program that does a wide range of topics. Again, it's healthy life choices, risk factors and behaviors, examining how alcohol prescriptions, because seniors, oh, my friend takes this little red pill, I want to take that red pill, and maybe that's not a pill for them. So this is to help them to understand things in life, and just because one is doing doesn't mean everybody should be doing. So it's just like a life lesson for them as at their age.
Oh, Alexa, I think you're muted.
Okay, unmuted. Okay. So speaking of like shared like lived experiences, back from like some of you may recognize me, but back from 2022 to 2024, I was one of you. So when I worked for CMO services, I remember working with the families and the children. And as far as I'm concerned, all of you guys are superheroes. Like you guys are all like the people who don't get half the recognition that you deserve. Like, with you're the ones running around with the capes. And, as we all know though, too, too well, a lot of the time, it's impossible to meet everybody's, barriers as much as we want to, no matter how hard you try. A lot of the time, parents, families, caregivers, or like the youth entering adulthood that need more assistance, like you can only do so much. And on my end, from my own lived experience, that was the most heartbreaking part. I remember I had some families that I served, that kind of just stood with me. I mean, we all come across that one youth and family that broke through all of our barriers we tried to place mentally when we sign off for the day. So when I started working for MHA in Ocean County, I learned a lot about the importance of peerness. Peerness is a value that is very much a part of our culture here. And with our peer focused approach, it really has changed my life. And once I got more settled into my role, I started to think back, and it kind of started to dwindle about all like the youths and families I had worked with in the past during my time with Ocean Partnership for Children, how beneficial our services would have been to like the communities we serve in addition to CMO services. Um, Basically, so how like can we assist you guys? MHA can be utilized as a resource for families, open with FSO and for families who still need assistance, even when CMO transitions out with the youth. I have me and Angela did have a little bit of a meeting with Jill, I think maybe a couple weeks ago. So we had discussed this all like previously. So she's not completely shocked right now by that conversation. Then at MHA, we can still provide that peerness aspect, for caregivers, adults, and youths transitioning out of the CMO services. Like, and that would be, of course, due to aging out of the CMO system. So that would be like if you're transitioning someone who's 18 and older, then we can help them out. And basically that would be without any sort of insurance, or there's no judgment, and then they can have someone there. They can have someone to follow through, and just help them on their end on their journey. It's almost like a nice little capstone for especially like when you have, you know, the younger, young adults who are very confused and very lost and they're trying to figure out their stuff. Like, it's nice to know that they're going to be okay. MHA can be utilized as a resource for care managers in the organization to recommend to the parents or the caregivers who need assistance and are unable to collaborate with other community resources. I'm sure we all know we've had, again, from when I was a care manager, I could tell you from my own lived experiences. I remember I would have families where I'd put in, a nurtured parent, or I put in a parent support system, and sometimes the parents weren't as, or the caregivers weren't as, I guess you could say, reciprocal with them. And it was, whether it was because there was another, the other caregiver was there and they felt nervous, or whatever the situation may be, that this is like a different type of source, because they're going to have other people who've experienced these same or similar things. And they can say, yeah, I've been there. And they're going to be able to have those more peer-to-peer, side-by-side experience. And then for our next slide, I'm going to move into the provider referral form. So basically how to fill out the provider referral form. You're going to have, I know that Caitlin has all the copies of all of these PDFs. I just she'll be sending those to you via email, she told me. So I want you to at least know what we were talking about. So this is basically how you would fill out the provider referral form. If you felt like an individual transitioning out of CMO services, or maybe there was a parent of a CMO, of someone from CMO or a caregiver, that you're working with that you feel like could benefit from our services, you would fill out the form and then you could fax it or email it, to that phone number or to the email listed. The one thing that is clear is that the individual who is being referred must provide a signature of consent for our services prior to submission of the referral form to the Mental Health Association of Ocean County. Another little sidebar I wanted to just add is that DV is fully confidential. If you have a parent, guardian, or youth that is of the age of 18 or older who is experiencing DV, they can sign up with us and nobody else will know. We cannot disclose it. Even I don't think we can even disclose that they're a member with us. So basically not without an ROI. So you have maybe example, a parent who is struggling with DV, they can sign up with us and receive resources and help, and their spouse could go and call the phone, sorry, we can't help you, unless they're on the ROI. But I mean, I highly doubt that. But bottom line, it's fully confidential, so they have a safe space. Moving forward, now we're at our Q&A point. So if you have any questions, now would be the time.
Alexa, you totally took the words out of my mouth when you were talking about how you guys can help, especially with older youth, with youth that are transitioning, and with our parents and guardians. So I really just want to hone in on that. This is such an amazing, free, and sustainable resource for those families, especially for the youth that are aging out or transitioning at 18, 19. So one question that I had is, I'm not sure if you went over it, but are any of these programs offered for Spanish speaking families?
Yes. So they are offered for Spanish speaking families. There is also a virtual program that's fully virtual. That was UBW, right? Mm-hmm. And that's United by Wellness. And that has groups running 24/7, and 6, so it's all the time. And that's all virtual online we'll also meet any modality that you need. You need virtual, you need in person, you need a hybrid, like whatever it is, we can work with that. Like, so there's a lot of flexibility there.
Great. Anyone else? Any questions? Well, thank you guys so much. Like you said, I am going to be sending out the recording of this along with the all of the program flyers and the referral form. So we'll have that. And a lot of them also are on Ocean Resource Net, our online resource directory. And if you guys have any new flyers coming out, any updated, definitely feel free to send them over to me and I'll make sure we get them to our care management staff.
Great.
Will do. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much. Have a great
Thank
day.
you. You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.